What's up, YouTube? It's Detroit John back with another episode of John Talks. Before we get into it, if you would consider subscribing, it makes a big impact on my channel. I'm at 228, trying to get to 1,000. And again, I would just really appreciate if you would consider hitting that subscribe button. What's up, guys? Pistons win. I'm so excited right now. I think this is honestly one of our best games. I'm going to be doing these videos like this from now on, just straight through. I think we're now into a different, part of the season where I don't have to really rant and rave anymore. Dwayne Casey is actually, he's doing some things right, and I really got to give him credit. I've been the hardest on him, man, and now I'm going to be the first to really, say some good things about him. Everything he did tonight was positive, really, it really was. And the starting lineup tonight, even Plumlee, guys like Plumlee, DeLon Wright, you guys saw what he was doing, but Plumlee was doing some big man things, man. He was really doing some big man stuff, like some stuff that, catching lobs, catching rebounds, holding it down defensively. You're gonna beat the team. You're gonna beat teams like the Nets. You're gonna beat teams like the Celtics and the Lakers when you play that good defense and you're playing on the offensive end. You're gonna beat those good teams. And so I thought, honestly, guys, we've beaten the Celtics by now. We've beaten the Lakers, and so we don't have to say that we're the worst team in the NBA. Like, we don't have to say that. It's clear we're not. It's very clear. And even tonight, you have Durant out. I get that, but they were rested. The Nets, they were rested. They're coming off of rest. We're coming off of rest too. I get that, but you got Kyrie Irving, you got James Harden, you got shooters that they have. They got a good team still, so this is a big win, and I really wanted to give the Pistons credit. I think Jerami Grant is honestly most improved, and he was the best player on the floor tonight, so I really got to give him credit. And Josh Jackson, man, he's a spark on the freaking offense, dude. He is a spark. Like, I don't know what else to really say about this dude as far as his offense, because his offense is all the way there, and I learned today that he's number one in blocks as far as defensive guards in the league, so that's big. The only thing I will say about him, though, is this is now 2 games, so we're counting 2 games. So if he can start putting 3, 4, 5, 6 games together, man, he is going to be really in that conversation for most improved player, just with Jerami Grant, that top 5 guys, because he's really performing dominant. And he's imposing his will. It doesn't matter the game situation. It doesn't matter what's happening. He's putting up his buckets. He's getting to his spots. And he's forcing what he wants. And that's what I wanted to see out of Josh. Really him getting his way and his will, because he's 6'8". Okay, he has somewhat of a good outside game, that's a threat enough to where he can use that. I can go to the basket, if you check that. And a lot of guys don't have that. So I wanted to say this, guys. Saddiq Bey tonight really played well. And Saddiq Bey was not playing well the last, really 10, 15 games. And if you really want to say it, really most of the season, if not all of it, he hasn't been playing well because of the confidence. And he's been really trying to depend on his shot to boost and spark some confidence, but it really hasn't worked. And so tonight I thought we saw the first time where he was able to get the passes going first, the playmaking going first. Based off of that, come fourth quarter, he was so ready to go and so hot, the ball was falling, and we saw that. But the biggest thing is he plays defense all 4 quarters. And so I think, honestly, I'm going to give props to Dwayne Casey, man, for coming out with the starting lineup, but at least putting in, Saddiq first. And then we saw the effect that had. There was no drop-off. There's usually a first quarter, they shoot well, just like tonight. Second quarter comes and they play well, but then there's that drop-off, the third and usually fourth quarter. That didn't happen tonight because we had a few extra guys making some shots. Like I said, and Isaiah tonight, he had a big block, dude, and he had a 3. Like, whoa, dude. And I was thinking, dude, I was saying this in the preseason, if he can start making jump shots, if he can just expand his range, he's double-double in his sleep. He's double-double in his sleep because he's big enough to get whatever rebound he wants. So he's already 10 rebounds when he wants to, really hustle. And he has the hustle to get any rebound he really wants. It's really about once his shot stops falling, we're talking about a 10-point per game scorer. And we saw him take that 3, and it looked nice. Everything is nice about his shot. So that's where he's a little bit different than Ben Wallace, to be honest. Ben Wallace did not have that shot that he has, even that form. That's a repeatable form. That's not even there's no hitch in it. There's no nothing. That's just a solid release, solid form, solid elbow, almost like a small forward or a power forward, type shot. So, hopefully they can tell him and try to expand on that and maybe you know, that'll even take him farther and make him more of a threat. So I would love to see that. But I was so happy at everything I saw tonight, guys. I thought tonight was just a great game, and I don't really have anything to say bad. You know, Sadiq Bey plays so well, and I'm just happy about this game. Everybody played well in the minutes that they had. Everybody played well, and when you play that well, you're gonna win. Okay, so going forward, again, I don't necessarily think we're the best team in the league or anything. I've honestly said that like we're gonna be a top five. We're gonna get the top five pick. We're gonna get a top five pick. We're gonna be that bad, you know. But it's a lottery system, so we're gonna be somewhere in that top five. But you gotta really play like you did tonight, man, and really do what you guys did tonight, because tonight was beautiful. Tonight was beautiful on both ends of the court. And, you know, if they can continue to do this with Dennis Smith coming in, I think DeLon Wright played good, but Dennis Smith, man, he is a good player, and I know he can go for. He has nights where he can go for 30, and he has nights where he can go for 20 because of his offense. And he's like another Josh Jackson. So you potentially have two Josh Jackson like players, you know, on the court and on your team. Both, you know, reclamation projects trying to get. I really like it, man, and I really want to see them on the court at the same time. And so the last thing I wanted to say was we really saw tonight. There was no forcing in anything. They gave Ellington his opportunities, and he did very well. And he performed very well, but there was no, like, trying to put, you know, this crazy amount of pressure on him to do everything, and all the offense revolving around Wayne Ellington, or all the offense revolving around Blake Griffin. So tonight was just really nice to see the offense be balanced and him really take five guys off the court after the first quarter, get them rest, not, you know, overdo anything, and not really push the limits to anything that didn't need to be pushed, because usually we see him, like I said, trying to do things that are just out of bounds. He didn't do any of that tonight. Like, tonight was perfect. Tonight was beautiful, and we won because of it. And we won in every category, man. So I was really impressed with tonight. I'm excited for the next game to see. I hope Josh Jackson comes back. I hope we see Dennis Smith Jr. And I hope we see a lineup of Dennis Smith Jr., Josh Jackson, Jerami Grant, and Sadiq with Isaiah Stewart. And we saw something close tonight. Pretty much that tonight. We saw DeLon Wright, but we saw DeLon Wright at point guard. But we saw the most important thing, guys, that we saw tonight was Jerami Grant, Josh Jackson on the court together, really in a wing, like, you know, really playing wing defense with Sadiq somewhere at power forward and Isaiah at the 5. That was what really choked them in the fourth quarter and squeezed the life out of them to the point where they couldn't come back. They put in their second string and they gave up. They put Kyrie Irving on the bench. And as we saw, Sadiq, his defense tonight was just locked down. It was just locked down. Even Kyrie Irving, you know, lost the ball a few times, and he came back and he got some other steals. So it was completely locked down. And when you're talking about a power forward, having that, and then you have Jerami Grant at small forward and Josh Jackson, who's leading the NBA in blocks, basically, you know, one of the best defensive wings in the NBA. There's nobody. I'm saying it because we beat the 76ers. We've already done that. We've already beat the Lakers and all that. There's not really too many teams that are going to be able to get past us. So if you guys like this format and you guys like everything the way it is, like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep on doing it. And I'll see you on Thursday versus the Pacers. Thank you guys and have a blessed day.